Hi folks, I'm Sunny from Vanuatu Kava Store. Welcome to the Vanuatu Kava Store and the Kava Emporium's video instruction on how to prepare dried kava so that it tastes just like the fresh kava that we drink in the islands of Vanuatu every day.
And I'm Ruther from the Kava Emporium.
When you prepare dried kava at home, you're going to need the following items. Today, I am using a 250-gram bag of the famous Tana Kava range. However, this method works for all our standard kava powder products, including coconut kava and any of the other Vanuatu Kava Store range.
Does this always apply to the Kava Emporium's kava product range like Chief's Kava?
It sure does, Ruther. All of the standard kava powder range at Vanuatu Kava Store and the Kava Emporium, like Molecular Magic or Chill Out Kava, can be prepared in the same way. Once you have your 250 grams or 8 ounces of powder, you're also going to need 1.25 liters or 42 fluid ounces of water and a large kava bowl to squeeze your kava into. If you have more or less than 250 grams of kava, then don't worry. At the end of the video, we will give you a breakdown of how much water to use depending on whatever amount of kava powder you have. Now you have worked out how much water you're going to need, you will also need to get yourself a straining cloth. I normally use a cheesecloth type of fabric. However, I've heard that the pantyhose works just as well.
Oh really, Sonny? Well, I've got some in my bag if you want to use one of mine.
That's okay, Ruther, but thanks for the offer. Now that you have all of your equipment ready, it is time to start preparing the kava so that it's ready to drink.
Great, Sonny. I'm looking forward to it.
To get the maximum strength from the kava powder, you should only fill the straining cloth about 2/3 full. If you use too much kava powder during each preparation process, you may not get the maximum strength from your kava powder, so this is very important. In this case, I'm going to put in half of my 250-gram bag and use half of my water. I'll then make a second batch with the other half powder and water. Also, please note that if you're not going to use all of the kava powder in one preparation sitting, then I recommend that you keep it in an airtight container, or if you have bought kava from the Vanuatu Kava Store or the Kava Emporium, then simply reseal it.
Okay, Sonny, now that we have the kava powder in the bag, what do we do next?
All right, Ruther. This is the part where we try to replicate what happens when you prepare fresh kava. First of all, you pour the water over the straining cloth holding the kava, allowing the water to seep through the kava bag.
Let me try that, Sonny.
Sure, Ruther.
Sonny, you mentioned that some people also add lecithin or dairy products to help increase the strength of the kava juice at this stage.
Yes, you're right again, Ruther. And while we don't advise against this practice, as a Vanuatu kava purist, I personally don't use it. Still, this is the time you would put in this sort of additive, which claim to help release the lactones. Okay, so this is the most critical part of the preparation process. You then need to tie up or hold together the ends of the straining bag and re-dunk the bag into the water and let the water soak through. Then, Ruther, this is where you get to test your muscles. Seriously though, it's easy enough to do. You just squeeze the tied-off bag as hard as you can to extract the kava juice. Now, Ruther, it is really important that you repeat this process 4 to 5 times or for about 15 minutes, as it helps to make sure that you release the maximum amount of lactones.
You make it look easy, Sonny.
That's because it is easy, Ruther. The kava is now ready for drinking, and we have made enough for up to 10 serves. Care to join me for a shell, Ruther?
I thought you'd never ask. Yes, please.
sorry.
If you don't get it right this time, I'm going to come over there and I'm going
Yeah.
to stick my tongue straight down your throat.
I'm going to record it.
Yeah. So get it right, mate. It'll be on Facebook.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
I did
guys,
not
I'm
hear
sorry.
that.
The sun is not going over, wind is blowing straight in the microphone and it's really quite windy.
Where do I stand here?
So,
You want me
I'll
to
stand here and
here?
block the wind.
if you could block the wind from the microphone, that'd be fine.
Okay.
Come a bit to the side.
Keep your legs free. Wind don't come
Yeah, that's
through.
right.
My leg closed.
Otherwise the wind channels through and it's really
He's
loud.
right.
No, no.
Actually, it's a bit. Oh no, whatever.
Now that you've worked out how much water you're going to need, you will need to get yourself a straining cloth. I normally use a cheesecloth type of fabric, but however, I've heard that pantyhose works just as well. Damn, told you, you're supposed to be reading that, not looking at
Oh,
me.
really, Sonny?
I know. I was gonna read it, but then I looked and it was like I saw something else.
I got the look on my face that, this disturbs some man.
Okay.
You make it look so easy, Sonny.
That's because it's,
That's because there's.
yes,
From
I told
top.
you.
3, 2, 1.
You make it look so easy, Sonny.
That's because it is, yeah, what? That's
Don't
because